Jennifer Lopez stands before a floor-to-ceiling mirror in the quiet sanctuary of her Los Angeles home. The world outside is a whirlwind of noise, but here, there is only the soft rustle of silk. She adjusts her robe, her fingers tracing the expensive fabric. At 57, she looks at her reflection not with vanity, but with a deep, seasoned recognition. The lines around her eyes deepen when she smiles, tiny maps of every laugh, every tear, and every hard-won victory. Her movements remain sharp and purposeful, a testament to decades of discipline. She breathes in the stillness, letting the morning light wash over her. There is a weight to the silence today, a heavy expectation of what is to come. She turns away from the glass, her silhouette tall and elegant against the minimalist decor. Every step she takes across the polished floor echoes the rhythm of a woman who has finally learned the value of her own company. The house feels vast, yet intimate, a fortress built of dreams and reality. She walks toward the kitchen, the heart of the home, where a single bouquet of lilies sits on the cold marble island. The scent is thick and sweet, filling the air with a sense of fleeting beauty. Suddenly, her phone buzzes, a sharp vibration that cuts through the calm like a blade. The screen illuminates, casting a blue glow on her face. She swipes the glass, her eyes scanning the message with a practiced neutrality. It is a demand, a question, a piece of the world trying to pull her back in. Without a word, she places the device face down on the marble. The silence returns, but it is different now. It is a choice. She looks at the phone, a small black mirror of obligations, and decides it has no power here. Outside, the midday sun hits the pool deck, creating a shimmering mosaic of light and heat. The transition from the cool interior to the warmth of the sun is a threshold she is ready to cross. She moves toward the sliding glass doors, leaving the digital world behind on the counter. She steps through the glass doors, and the heat of California embraces her. The water in the pool is perfectly still, a turquoise sheet of glass reflecting the infinite blue of the sky. She sits on a lounge chair, the leather cool against her skin. In her hands, she holds a leather-bound journal, its pages worn from the weight of her thoughts. She flips through the entries, years of life captured in ink, until she reaches the final page, dated today. The pen feels heavy in her hand. This is the moment where the noise stops. She looks out at the horizon, watching the way the light dances on the water's surface. Everything she has ever fought for leads to this quiet afternoon. She leans over the paper and writes a single word. It is a word of finality, of peace, and of beginning. The scratch of the nib is the only sound in the air. With a definitive click, she closes the pen and sets it aside. A house assistant approaches silently, carrying a tray with iced tea. The glass is frosted with condensation, beads of water rolling down the side. Jennifer nods, a small gesture of gratitude, and accepts the drink. The assistant retreats back into the shadows, leaving her once again in her private empire. She leans back, her eyes fixed on the distant line where the hills meet the sky. She does not reach for her phone. She does not wonder who is calling. She is simply here, present in the unfolding of her own life. She watches the wind ripple across the pool surface, small waves distorting the reflection of the palm trees. For the first time in months, the notification light on her phone, left far behind in the kitchen, stays dark. The world is waiting, but she is not ready to return. She picks up the glass, taking a slow, deliberate sip of the cold tea. The shadows are beginning to stretch across the patio, painting long, dark fingers over the stone. She stands up, her movements fluid and graceful, and walks to the very edge of the water. She dips her toes in, the sudden chill a sharp contrast to the afternoon heat. The ripples spread outward in perfect circles, breaking the silence and the stillness of the day. She exhales deeply, a breath she feels she has been holding for a lifetime. Turning away from the edge, she leaves the water to return to its calm. She heads back into the cool, welcoming shade of the house, moving toward a future defined not by the noise of others, but by the strength of her own silence.